someone like you. I want you to know me, 'cause I know then you'll see we can be true, we can be true. I want you to see what I see in us, something so real, something so real. I want you to see that this is a love that we both feel, that we both feel. And how will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying. We've both been there before. When a love shuts the door, it's a losing game. It's a losing game. But this time it's more than another lot of war. This ain't the same. This ain't the same. They say love heals all. It makes it all alright. In time, in time. My heart still feels the breaking, but you make my world so bright. It feels so right. It feels so right. And how will we ever feel that while if that is real, there's no denying, there's no denying. And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying. And how will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying.
is going on, everybody? We are back with more Comic Nerds, episode 74. We are close to 75, guys. But very exciting
Close to your age,
stuff.
Adam.
Hey,
Sorry.
I'm younger than you, dude. So, but let's not start this not this early. No, just kidding.
Right?
But hey, like we're back, man. Andrew's saying we took a week off because there really wasn't like a lot of news. And before I ask how your days were, we gave ourselves a project. We gave ourselves homework to watch all of the Marvel and DC new stuff that has come out. And we gave us this homework assignment, I think on like Monday. And I'm like, how the hell are we going to watch all this stuff by like Thursday? We didn't watch all of it. We also should have maybe coordinated a little bit better because we ended up watching different things. So like none of us are caught up, but none of us are like also in the same as like in the same spot. Like Andrew watched like one thing that I didn't watch. Like Shane watched another thing that both of us didn't watch, but like we watched one other thing. Like we do have a little bit of consistency, but there's still some homework that we might have for the next episode, which we'll get definitely into a little soonish. But we have some decent news today, and we have a couple of reviews that we're going to give our official Comic Nerd stamp on. But before we get into that, guys, how are you today? How's everything going?
Awesome.
Fantastic. Retired all day. I slept.
Same. You know, that's the thing that's been going around a lot lately is that a lot of people just been fatigued, like exhausted. I've seen that. Like
it's winter.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I feel like it's like we all get into hibernation.
Hibernation.
Yeah, it's hard hibernation. It's a thing, man. Like to be honest with you, not to get like even darker than that, but like I have heard of a lot of people passing away because it's winter. It's colder. It's like people's bodies are just not, you know, I don't know. But apparently it's a season. Like it's a seasonal thing. Like people die more in the winter. But I mean, I definitely feel more fatigued for sure. It's been so hard for me to go to the gym. Like I just can't anymore. I usually am all fine going to the gym in the summer, like the other months, but winter, walk out.
Yeah, with the gym thing, I've never not fall through on a New Year resolution so quick. Because I told myself, all right, this is the year I'm gonna go back to the gym. Only like a week and a half, I was like, I'm not going.
Yeah,
it's not happening.
I learned years ago to no longer do New Year's resolution because I never follow through.
Never.
Yeah,
never.
I haven't done it.
Never.
I thought this is gonna be my year, but it's not.
Everyone always thinks this
No,
year,
it is.
man.
It's like I keep setting myself up to like make these New Year's resolution, and then I don't do it, and then I'll feel shitty about it. So I'll just skip that little extra step, so I don't feel shitty about it.
That's
I was like, oh, well, I didn't have a New Year's resolution this year.
See, my New Year's resolution wasn't going to the gym, but like I still go to the gym. But dude, like it's like 14 degrees outside. This weekend is gonna be like -5 with like wind chill. I gotta go to the gym in that. I don't know if I want to go to the gym in that. You know what I mean? Like it sucks. I don't know, but that's my thing, man. I will say this week has sucked. I have definitely felt fatigued. Yo, I got screwed over by like my plowing company. They just like decided to drop every residential client that they had, and so like that was during the big storm. Like the big storm that we had.
That's like the perfect time to be making money. What the hell?
Yeah, well, they did. They told us. They didn't even tell us. Like we had to find out by ourselves. But like they just dropped us that day, because they got like a lot of commercial business. So they were like, "Oh, this is what we wanted." It was like commercial business. So they were like, "Yeah, we just didn't want to do any residential anymore." But they made that decision the day of the storm, which I'm like, bro, we have like 10 inches of snow over here. I gotta shovel all that, and I did. And then now it's snowing again. And I had to shovel that. I'm tired. And it's supposed to snow again tomorrow. I gotta shovel that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I'm sick of this, man. I don't want to do any of this. This sucks, man. Like I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted, and it sucks too when you like it's morning, but it feels like it's midnight. So when you wake up, it's still dark as anything, man. Like I'm so tired after that because I don't want to get out of bed.
Same, and especially with me like working night shift. So you know, like I hope I always like wake up expecting to have a little bit of daylight, but now every time I wake up, it's dark already.
Yep.
Yeah, it's always extra depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, this is starting off weird.
All right,
Weird.
let's get back.
The
let's
year
get back.
and the
Nah,
stream.
nah.
The year of the
Nah.
stream. Let's get to happier news then, you guys. So, yeah, the year is starting off a little weird, but hey, you know what? It's still early in the year. Maybe we'll start off with a bang. I was thinking, and guys, like I'll throw this out to you guys, and we'll throw it out here. To next week, or the next episode is actually our 75th episode. That's 3/4. 3/4. Maybe, I don't know if you guys want to do this, we can bring back the Comic Nerds game show. Maybe throw in another game. Figure something out if you guys are down for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't done the game show in a hot second, man. Like
Yeah.
that kind of fell through, but like
No,
we
you
could
can't be
definitely.
doing these complicated ass questions again, man.
Me?
I mean,
It wasn't
yeah,
complicated.
yours.
It was only complicated because you lost, Shane.
Yeah, that's true. That was an episode. That was an
Okay,
epic.
a lot-
That was an
A
epic.
lot of it there was on me, yeah, but I'm saying, like, you didn't get some of them either.
It was hard. I
True.
made it
Because it
hard on
was
purpose.
like we were.
Gotta be a game show, man. Can't be a game show.
You
if it's
remember?
not
You remember the
challenging.
hard one? There was a hard one that Adam asked, and I can't remember. Was it the Superman one? Like, what one of the?
I don't know,
colors
it was-
that-
Oh, there was
Yeah,
a
it
few
was
hard
fun.
ones. There was a few hard ones, man.
Yeah, but it was like one. It was like in the like in the slot where it should be easy questions to hard mode. In the
Yeah.
easy section, it was harder, and I was like, "What?"
There was an episode about Aquaman. Like, damn, like there was a villain or like there was something that happened. Oh, Aquaman had a curse. That's what it was. I forget the curse, but Aquaman had a curse, and it was like, what superhero has this curse? And it was Aquaman, but no one knew what that was. But that was an easy one because I thought it was easier than the other question, but apparently that was easier or it was harder than the other question. I don't know.
Yeah, because I honestly that's I forgot all about that. I didn't even know Aquaman had a curse.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that
I
happened.
remember.
So, Ted, what's going on, man? Ted said, yo, how's everyone doing? Then he said, yes, 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 all in capital letters, more game show. I loved that. Then he goes, Inhumans logo was one that we all got wrong. Yes, the Inhumans logo.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
Damn,
what it
Ted,
was.
you got a good
left
memory,
his
man.
memory. Thank you for that.
Yeah. But Ted asked how we're doing. Ted, I'm doing pretty solid, man. Not too bad. I'm a little tired, but we were just talking about fatigue. But how you guys doing?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
all tired right
and-
now.
Yeah.
Just
All
get through the
tired.
week. Wait for the
But
weekend to start.
we're just tired on the outside, but inside we are like excited and feeling awesome. But
Yeah.
physically we can't keep up with our mind.
Yeah.
Oh
I
god,
really
yeah.
That's really
can't
all
do
it is,
that.
yeah.
We
Ah.
really can't.
Yeah.
Ted
That's
said.
always been my problem.
Ted said apparently the Black Bolt logo is the same logo as in Human. Well, you got it wrong, Ted, because
Yeah, 'cause
apparently it's
we-
not
we
the
thought it
same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. All right, but anyway, so yeah, we're doing pretty solid, man. But yeah, this, like we were saying, this year is pretty weird, but we are getting onto the 75th, so maybe we can bring back the game show as our quarterly thing, and then we'll like strive towards 100 episodes, and that's gonna be wild. That we are so close to 100 episodes, guys. So it has like one slight difference. Well, it's still different, Ted. That's why it's different. But yeah, let's get into some news, guys. Let's kind of start getting a little less depressive when with the whole thing. Actually, no, we're actually gonna get pretty depressed right now.
I was gonna say because I'm
I
like usually
knew,
the
'cause you always
beginning of the
have something.
stream.
No, we
Yeah,
are,
the
we
beginning
are.
of the
It's
stream.
not a death. It's not a death. It's not a death.
Mm.
But it is really sad, and that is, and I don't know. I don't know if you guys are gonna feel the same way. I feel like Andrew might feel a little, but I don't know about Shane. But Bill Belichick is officially not the Patriots head coach anymore, and that is
Yeah.
absolutely just sad. It's so sad.
It's bittersweet.
It
It's
is
about time.
bittersweet, man. I don't know, because I think he's gonna go to a different team.
You hear about him trying to, or the Atlanta Falcons, they're trying to get him to be the head coach.
I didn't hear about the Atlanta Falcons, but I have heard him about. Oh gosh, I think he was trying to go into Louisiana,
Mm.
and then he's also not Louisiana. Sorry, I heard Washington was trying to get him too, but I also heard like his hometown was trying to get him. I just don't remember what his hometown was.
I just feel like his time
LA
it
no.
was done. Like it's done.
Yeah,
He just needs to retire and that's it. Stay
I
out of
don't.
it.
I think he could have done better, but the Patriots team in general just was not good. Like it I don't know. They had more time. I think he had like another like year or two. Let me see. Ted said, "I'm salty. Who the hell is this guy?" And then he said in quotes, confused in British. Yeah, this is Bill Belichick, one of the greatest American football coaches of all time. Okay,
Yeah.
He has coached the New England Patriots, which is our team, for basically as long as I have known football. It's been 20
Yeah.
years of him coaching Patriots, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I was 10 when that happened. Like, that's when I literally got into football. Like, that's the earliest memories of me watching football in general. Belichick was the coach. You know what I mean? So, like, it is just insane to me that I'm 30 years old now and I'm witnessing one of the greatest coaches no longer be a coach. And it's like, this is going to completely change the team. It's hard to see. He said, I don't know what this is, but it ain't football. It's American football, which is different. That's why I said American football. He's the greatest coach in American football.
Ah, one of those.
God,
Yeah,
he's
one of those.
British, so you know, British.
You mean
things.
soccer, Ted?
Yeah, soccer. What are you guys calling it? He
Yeah.
calls like chips. What is it called? Chips. He calls chips. I don't even
Fries,
remember.
chip.
Fries,
Fries,
chips,
yeah,
and
fries, chips.
chips, fries, and then there's another third thing. And no, you said football. I said American football, Ted. If I didn't say American football, I
Oh, what
apologize.
you call a cigarette, huh? Offensive.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's not good in this country.
no. Anyway, Bill Belichick no longer the coach. It's really upsetting. And then our second piece of news is actually Jared Mayo is going to be the new head coach of the New England Patriots. He is going to be the young.
Who's this guy?
He is the first of all, he's the youngest American football coach. There, Ted, I said it. He's the youngest American football coach in the league right now, and he was the New England Patriots linebacker coach, which I didn't even know they had. I didn't know linebackers had their own coach. I just thought that
Yeah.
they coached with all the other coaches. But so it's kind of
I
crazy.
just thought it was
to me.
offense, defense, and then head coach. That was it.
Yeah,
But I'm
me too.
guessing-
But apparently, linebacker
Yeah.
coach is a thing, which is good because Patriots defense was like the only good thing about the team. So,
Right.
I don't know. He said, "Andrew, I will jump across the pond and give you a light slap. It's football, not soccer." I don't know. It's definitely soccer.
Let's see.
I like to
We'll
see
see.
that.
We'll see.
I mean, Ted Lasso coached a soccer team. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you.
Great
Anyway,
show.
Great show, phenomenal show.
Fantastic show.
Yeah, it's a great show. Anyway, so that was the sad news. Now we're gonna get into some pretty cool news, pretty confusing news, pretty interesting news. You know what I mean? And the first news is Quidditch, the sport of Harry Potter that everyone knows and loves. Apparently, Warner Brothers is developing and now has it in beta a multiplayer Quidditch game, which kind of sounds pretty cool. But it's also Warner Brothers, and I have zero faith in them and a lot of stuff right now. So I don't know if it's actually going to be good or not. But that sounds pretty cool.
Hmm.
I knew we were going to get around here at some point. They already have all these other sports games.
Oh,
They're just going to make the sports games now.
yeah. Ted says we've known about this for a while, and he's in their Discord. What in the world? Since freaking when? Like, I'm just hearing about this. Is it good? Have you tried the beta? Have you played it? But I don't know. It's a game. It should be cool. Who knows? Quick Star Wars news update. Ahsoka, I'm not really great with the pronunciation, has officially been renewed for a season 2. So that's cool. No, I've signed up, but no email. Oh man. Well, if you do get an email, if you play it, let us know how that is. So yeah, Ahsoka is renewed for season 2. I heard the season 1 was pretty solid. You said it right the first time. Oh, good. So Ahsoka. Yeah. So that's cool. I mean,
Should I watch Star? That was one of the series that I did not watch. Star Wars.
what? Just Star Wars in general?
Yeah, I didn't start Ahsoka either.
Star Wars is trash. Star Trek is better. I know I'm gonna get a reaction from Ted on that one. So that's why I
enjoy
said
Star
it.
Trek as well.
You know what's crazy?
No,
Because I think I've seen Star Trek. Yeah, I've seen Star Trek.
Did you?
I mean, Mandalorian was like one of the only good like shows that they had. I thought,
Yeah.
so I haven't seen this one yet.
No, I'm just Ted. I'm kidding with you. I just knew I was gonna get a reaction.
Yeah,
that was
Pauna,
so
stop
funny.
you too.
Adam, I'm leaving forever. We are no longer friends. I can't though. I'd be under an NDA. Interesting. Oh, that's true. You would be under an NDA. Yeah. No. So here's the deal. My thought on Star Wars, in general. This is my honest opinion. Star Wars, obviously 4, 5, and 6 were really good. 1, 2, or 3 were kind of meh. 7, 8, 9. I didn't even watch 9. I didn't care about it after that, to be honest with you. I heard that Star Wars, the animated show, I don't remember what that one's called. Star Wars something was really, really good. I got maybe about 10 episodes into it. And Clone Wars series. It's the Clone Wars series. Thank you, Ted. He said, watch the Clone Wars series. It's really good. To be honest with you, I got about halfway and I kind of lost interest. But that was probably because I went on this huge Star Wars binge, and I think it was just way too much Star Wars for me. That I was all Star Warsed out. Like I just, it was too much. But I heard The Mandalorian was awesome, and Ahsoka was pretty solid. So I don't know. There's a lot to Star Wars. That's the thing. It's like if you watch Star Wars, like you need to like know Star Wars. Like there's so much lore and info and backstory, and then there's like a side story here and like a side show for this person and a spin-off here. It's like if you're gonna watch Star Wars, you got to dedicate a good amount to watching Star Wars because it is a lot for someone to watch who hasn't already watched it.
Yeah, this thing, Star Wars, has almost become as vast of a universe as Marvel's become.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I
it's
mean?
still
Like,
going,
so
and there's no
many
even
movies
comics.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're just making them. But so it's like it's one thing after another. It's like any big character that comes out in Star Wars, they give off a spin-off. Like Ahsoka, they gave her a spin-off. They gave the Mandalorian a thing. They gave like they even gave like
Han Solo.
Han Solo his own thing. They
Yeah,
gave
Rogue One.
Rogue
Like, that
One.
was-
They gave Childish Gambino his character like a whole thing. Like there was a whole thing like where they make all these characters a huge thing. He said, "Don't forget the actual Star Wars books, like normal books, not comics." Oh yeah. So they got a lot. So I think for someone like you, I don't think you're gonna enjoy it.
Okay, that's all I needed to
Personally.
hear.
Yeah, I don't think so. Han was always bound to get his own film. Oh yeah, no, I mean like Han's getting his own film is not surprising to me at all. I'm just naming, but yeah, I don't think you would really like it that much, if you don't. There's a lot of there's just a lot, and I just don't think you would really enjoy it as much as I think you would, or I think you would, or I think that other people think you would. So yeah, just saying. I know my man's. What can I say? So I don't think you like that. So yeah, Ahsoka season 2 renewed, which is kind of cool for all the Star Wars fans out there, and also for us, I think, especially for Andrew, Top Gun Maverick 3 is actually in the works. So officially, yeah, which is
That's gonna be
interesting.
awesome.
I just watched Top Gun 2 or Top Gun Maverick, which is Top Gun Maverick 2. I don't know. So I watched it. It was solid. It was actually really solid. Like I really enjoyed the movie. The problem that I have here is that I thought that they got sued for the second one. Like there was an agreement.
Dude.
Yeah. So Top Gun and the director and everyone for Top Gun, it was based off of like a somewhat true story. And the family owns the rights to this, and that they made an agreement with the family that they would only make one movie. And then they made a second movie, and the family sued them for going against the contract. But the movie made so much money that it was like pocket change to them, like what they lost. But now it's like, okay, if you got sued for the second one, you're making a third one now? Like, because, like, how does that work? I don't really know. Like, if the agreement was only one movie and they already got sued for one, I don't know. But that was my understanding. That's like what I heard. I thought that was kind of like a thing. But either way, Top Gun 3 is in the works. Ted's he loves those films. Probably one of the best late sequels we've gotten.
I agree.
It's a pretty good sequel. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm hoping 3. I don't really know what else you can do for 3. Like I understand 2. Did you see this, Shane?
Yeah, I
Yeah. Okay.
saw two. I have no recollection of one, but I
Oh,
didn't feel like rewatching it, so I just went right into
to
two.
two.
And honestly, it's been so long since I've seen two that I don't remember what happened to two either.
Oh well, I was gonna
So
say in two, like even if you just watched two and you didn't watch one, they kind of explained what happened in one.
Yeah, they kind of
yeah,
ran
they
through it in
did.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I felt
You know
like
what's
I didn't need to rewatch one.
yeah. What's wild is that it made practically 1.5 billion,
Yeah, it made a
right?
lot of money.
And that's without China.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
Mhm.
crazy part. And China's usually like the bigger market, you know what I mean? Like with
yeah.
all these
That's
movies,
that's
but
all you gotta say with Top Gun, man. People were really looking forward to Top Gun.
crazy.
I remember the reactions when they like released a trailer in one of those like cons, like the Comic Cons, and everyone lost their mind when they found out that it was Top Gun.
Hmm.
But my thing is like, so Top Gun 1, basically all you really need to know about Top Gun 1 was that his partner died. Um, and then in Top Gun 2, his partner's son wanted to join on the mission and he wanted to protect his partner's son. So he was kind of like an ass to him. And then the partner's son blamed him for his father's death, of course. And then there was a whole thing. And then they went on a mission and it was kind of crazy. And of course, it was like, of course, it was like an impossible mission that had like a 1% chance of success, and then it was a success. Things like that. My other thing is, I get why Top Gun 2 was created because Top Gun 2, you can create that like father son kind of like drama thing. What are you going to do in the third? Like, the third is just going to be completely random, I think, from the story. You know what I mean? So, I don't really know. But
I think this is one of those things. It's just like a typical Tom Cruise movie or base of a Tom Cruise movie where it's going to be an impossible mission again,
yeah,
and then
pretty much. And then he's going
yeah,
to get
that's
it
really it.
in a plane.
Yeah,
That's the only difference. In
and it's
Mission
going to be done
Impossible,
in a badass way.
in a badass way,
That's
yeah,
what it is.
100%.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people also love that they didn't use a ton of CGI. Oh yeah, they flew the planes
Yeah.
themselves. Like
Yep.
everyone got their pilot's license to do this.
The sound in the movie was
Oh,
crazy.
oh,
The
it's
bass
awesome.
of the jets and everything like that. It was
Mhm.
freaking amazing.
It was sick. I watched it in my house with surround sound,
Mm.
and that was still really cool. Like it wasn't IMAX, but it was still like I was like, damn, this is fucking crazy.
She goes hard.
It did. It did go hard. So I'm actually like, I'll definitely watch it. I liked the second one a lot better than I thought I was gonna. I thought I thought personally that the second one was overhyped before I watched it. So that when I watched it, I was like, nah, I could see the hype. But like, I really did think that it was gonna be. It wasn't gonna be that great. So that is that. Next news is Rise or Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which I don't know why this title sounds really weird to me. Kingdom of
It
the
is weird.
Planet of the Apes moved its release day up. So now it's going to be released in theaters on May 10th. I don't remember its original release date, but it's now moved up. So that's interesting. And then not to mention that, but another movie that is released up or like the release date is different is Godzilla and Kong. And then that release day is now going to be March 29th. So,
Okay.
yeah. So we're starting to see some films. That seems kind of close when we just got the first trailer. I don't know. I know it's like a ways away. January, February, March, April. It's like 3 months. But yeah, it's coming out, so that'll be cool. For all you anime lovers, JJK and CSM, which are two anime studios, like directors, sorry, they're going to start their own studios. And so if you don't know who these companies are, if you've ever seen Chainsaw Man or Jujutsu Kaisen, these are the two companies that have wrote or done those two animes. And the animation for those two animes are probably some of the best animations I've seen in any anime. Like Jujutsu Kaisen's anime is so fire. And then like Chainsaw Man's is also really, really good. So the fact that they're starting their own studio, I actually kind of like this. I dig it.
Yeah.
I like to see what kind of anime they push out with that studio.
Yeah. So it's gonna be really cool.
See, I've been hearing like a lot of crazy, weird treatment from the company Mappa, I guess. And
Yeah, I've
I
been
guess
hearing
that's
a
what
lot.
they're doing this way.
I've been hearing a lot of rumors about like especially with the Attack on Titan, like the movie, the last one, or like the two movies. there was such a rush and there's such a demand that like they mistreat their employees and they have to work like long hours and sometimes 24 hours straight, and they weren't getting paid
Yeah.
compensation and they had to meet this deadline. A lot of people were quitting and they just couldn't handle it. And then there was like I think there was like a strike, but they had to push it out, and there's a huge thing about like mistreatment. So I think them buying and owning their own studio, I think like the animation is going to be just as sick, but they're not going to be focused on pushing out the anime fast, and then they're just going to like do their own thing, and then it's going
Take
to
their
be
time.
awesome.
I don't know if you guys finished Jujutsu Kaisen like the second season, or is it second season? I think
It's the second
Yeah.
season. Yep. I
Like
haven't
every
seen it.
episode was movie quality.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy.
Yeah, bro, they put in mad work on that second season.
Hmm.
I haven't seen the second season
Yeah.
yet or the movie, and I really want to, but I'm still like, there's been a lot of stuff that I've been watching now that I haven't gotten like back into my anime phase just yet. I still have to watch. I still have to
Yeah.
watch one more season of an anime that I'm watching, and then Jujutsu Kaisen was gonna be like the next one that I wanted to watch. But I saw clips of the new season, and damn, like just damn, dude,
You're gonna enjoy it.
Gojo
Bro,
was
their
good.
intro is so fucking fire.
Is it? Yo, I
Like,
love
it
their
is-
first intro. Their first intro was awesome.
That shit is all the characters and stuff, just like great fucking music, just that badass walk
Damn.
is like
Oh, that's
gets you
gonna be
hyped.
sick. All right, cool. Because I have an anime. I have an anime playlist on Spotify, and if I have like a song that I really like from any of the animes that I watch, I add it into that playlist. And haven't added one in a long time, like a long time, and I want to add more. So that's gonna be really cool. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes on May 24th. That's the original release date. Oh, okay. So yeah, so it got pushed up like by a week or two. That's not so bad. It's whatever. So yeah, so that's really cool news for some anime lovers out there. We got a good amount of news for The Last of Us. So for all of The Last of Us lovers out there, well, we're pretty big fans of The Last of Us, and we're patiently waiting for season 2. But off the thing, apparently there's talks about a Bill and Frank prequel series, and it was pitched. Yeah, so that would be interesting. We only got one episode.
Oh,
of
yeah,
Bill and
I
Frank.
think
He won an Emmy for that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I can't remember if it was a producer or director or something like that. Like, but they already rejected that rumor. They're like, it's not happening.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, to be
The
honest with
story
you,
started and finished. Like,
It
it
did
win one
start and
episode. It was an
finish.
amazing episode. You know.
I think that they were
There's
just
no
kind of
need to
like
go-
expand on what happened in between that episode. That's what I thought that was gonna happen.
Well, what they were saying, what I read about was that they were gonna focus on what they were doing individually before they met each other. That was what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I
But
don't
I'm like,
really
but there's
see.
really no.
Yeah, I really
Yeah,
loved
yeah.
that episode. I think that episode was so perfect that they really didn't need to expand on any of that or like do any of that. I was honestly a little concerned about this when I heard it because I just didn't want them to like, I don't know, ruin that episode. I don't know how they would,
Yeah.
but I mean, if it's rejected, it's rejected and that's fine. But I was a little concerned. But the cool thing is, so not only was that like a rumor, I guess, but we also have Abby. For those of you who know, you know. But Abby is going to now officially be played by Caitlin Dever. As seen in the photo here, she's officially casted as Abby. Like I said, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you're gonna know. And I think she looks like a solid Abby. I mean, Andrew and I know Abby. Shane, I think you said you didn't know who she was.
All I know is that the actress, I've seen her in a couple of things, and she's really good. So I can imagine she could probably do the character justice.
The only thing of my concern is she needs to, I guess, put on muscles. like,
Yeah.
muscle.
But I
Yeah,
think
was
that,
that
like,
character muscular?
Abby is a beefy character, like a
She
muscular,
Really?
muscular character. Yeah.
she's you know what? I ain't gonna finish the sentence. Ted, you don't have to finish the sentence. Andrew and I know what you're talking about. But yeah, we
Yeah.
don't want to ruin it for Shane because I want Shane to witness just the whatever he's gonna witness in the show when it comes out. I want to, Shane, I really want to like, I want to FaceTime and watch the first like episode or two together. Yeah.
I know we should.
I think we
Show
should
my
do
first
we should do
reaction.
like a
Oh!
live we should do a live reaction. If we like we should how about that? Ted, what do you think? We should watch the first episode live
Mhm.
together.
I don't think we should watch the first episode live. I think we should watch a certain episode live together.
Okay. Fair.
You know what I'm talking about? You
I
know
do
what
know
I'm
what you're
talking
talking. I know
about.
100%
A certain episode together.
I know
Yeah.
100% what you're
like-
talking about.
Is it like her like significance in that entire thing?
Oh, we can't say anything. If we say anything, there's any little thing is
I
probably
want to
gonna spoil it.
know.
It
You guys are gonna.
it may or may not be the first episode though. I feel like it would be either the first or the second episode.
True.
I don't
True.
think it's well, I mean, first of all, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the show, so like
Mhm.
but I think we'll find out. You know what I mean? We'll figure
Yeah.
it out, but I think that would
We'll
really
play
be
it-
cool.
I'll let
Yeah.
you guys scope it out ahead of time and tell me which episode you want me to live stream. Which one?
Okay.
Mhm.
And also Ted said maybe third episode. Okay. Or not third episode,
Yep.
sorry. But all right, we'll figure it out. But yeah, so Caitlin Dever is going to be Abby. And I think she could bulk up. I think she has potential.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't really need to do that much bulk.
She,
up.
you could just tell from the picture, right? Like the game Abby there. She looked
Yeah.
like she could fold me
Oh,
anytime,
no, dude,
any
she
day.
can 100%. She could, you know, Kyle, you know how Ted said that he, you know, jump through the river and light slap us? I think Abby's light slap would knock me out. Like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
God damn.
She's ripped in the game. You need to just see like a full body thing of her. She's huge. We also have young Mazzino. He was cast as Jesse in The Last of Us 2, who is another fairly important character in the show.
Yeah.
How does he look exactly like the character? That's crazy.
I don't know, man. Maybe he play. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, young Mazzino is cast, and then also we have Isabella Merced. Isabella Merced is Dina, and Isabella Merced. How you doing? You know what I mean? Isabella Merced, we're gonna get a little bit into this further on or like a little bit later into the show, but Isabella Merced is also one of the characters in the new Madame Web movie.
Yes, and that one's coming out soon.
It's coming out soon. It's coming out in like 3 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of not. And I'll tell you why I'm excited a little bit, and you'll know why I'm excited. But I'm kind of excited. But yeah, so Isabella Merced is actually going to play, huh?
That's probably the same reason we're all excited.
We'll see.
I already bought 5 tickets for it, man.
Damn, dude.
5 tickets.
I'm gonna see it 5 times in a row.
Damn.
He don't care if it's bad. He
Well-
knows why he wants to go 5 times.
We'll see. All right, we'll say it at the same time when it comes to that area, like that thing. So, all right, so Isabella Merced, she's going to be cast in The Last of Us as well. And then that is the last news for regular news. We have a little bit of Marvel news.
Last news.
Last news of regular news, yeah. We have a little bit to talk about with Marvel, and then we will do the Marvel's quick review. Stamp our little approval on the stampies. And then we got one DC piece of news, but we also have the Aquaman 2 review. So we'll do that as well. And we'll just go in order. So Marvel's first piece of news is going to be this little thing, which is Jake Johnson, a very underrated actor, I believe, in my opinion. He is Nick in The New Girl, but he is also Peter B. Parker in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And he said that if he was asked where he was like, would you ever do like a live action Spider-Man film? And he said if Phil Lord or Chris Miller called him to play a live action Spider-Man movie, he would be down in a heartbeat. He'd be in. If it's Sony or a new director, he's less excited, which I think is very interesting for someone to say out loud. So that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. It's basically him saying like he doesn't trust him, which I don't blame him. But
Right.
I don't even know how I would feel about him being in a live action Spider-Man film. Like I can't really see him as an actual Spider-Man in a live action film, but like I could definitely see him voice one. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
Hopefully he could, like, if he just kind of get fit for the role, he could probably do it. But then there's also supposed to be like he's a dad Spider-Man too, so it's not
That's true.
really, you know.
That's true. Ted said he needs him in an LA Spider-Man film. I mean, we could maybe see it. Who knows, you know? LA Peter B. Parker. I can maybe see it. Yeah, to be honest with you, I could actually kind of see it.
I mean, they gave us Childish Gambino for his role
That is
in
true.
the animated, so like,
Yeah,
knows?
that's true. So yeah, we'll see. But he said he'd be down if the other directors are in. So here's the deal: we're about to see some new posters come up for Madam Web. So we're gonna go and take a look at some of these posters here. So here's Dakota Johnson. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Pretty nice, right? Very nice. Then here's gosh, his name is just Tahar Rahim. So, which it's just him in the suit, so like it doesn't even show him, but it's still a cool poster. And then we have Celeste O'Connor. Boom. Pretty nice. Pretty solid. Very nice. Right, right. Then we have Isabella Merced. Very nice. Cool photo. Cool picture. Then I saved obviously the best for last because this is why I'm excited to watch this movie, okay?
So we all are.
Freaking Sweeney. I don't know
Yes.
what happened. She's everywhere now, and I'm obsessed with her. Oh, like I love Sydney Sweeney.
You know, it's so funny. She recently did a rom-com. Well, I can't remember what the actor's name was, but for months before the release, full hate. They were like saying so much stuff about this. There's rumors about her dating that guy, and they're like cheating or whatever. Is a whole thing. But there was like so much hate about the movie being made and how like, oh, it's a really bad and shitty rom-com. And then it released, and now everyone is like praising it
Yeah.
to the point it was like, oh my god, I cried during this scene, and like this. I'm like, bro, the switch up is wild.
Yeah.
Like no one stood on fucking business for that shit. It was just like they were just flip flopped the whole time. And now like yeah, she's like real hype.
She's
So
huge.
right on time.
I like her.
Right on time for the release.
I like her. But yeah,
So,
man, I'm
I
excited.
just saved all those to my computer. Just let you guys know right now.
That's cool.
Those
Yeah,
weren't posters. Those were materials.
those were
materials.
posters. But anyway, let me see. Ted, what'd you say? You guys seen the new comic run, Ultimate Spider-Man, where Peter is already grown and married, etc.? I think he could play an LA version of him. Fair.
Yeah.
My main issue with this film is where are the damn masks for the costumes? It don't even hide your identity. Well, okay,
Yes.
no.
I
So
will,
Sydney
they will get
Sweeney's.
the mask. I think they'll get the mask.
We'll
Yes.
just have the eye covers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
like how,
No.
okay.
She has like Sydney Sweeney has like a legit mask.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, like if
Oh.
you see her, she has like a mask that kind of covers a little bit of her forehead, her eyes, and then it kind of has like a thing on her cheek. It's not her full face, but like it covers her face. You know what I mean? Eye covers don't hide nothing. Tell that to Robin, bruh. All right, because he did it. You can still see it's her. Yeah, no. Well, I mean, she's not wearing a mask in this one.
Nightwing? Huh?
Yeah, you're not wearing a mask in this one because it's just a poster, but she does have a mask in the movie. So Sydney Sweeney, by the way, that's what I'm saying. Sydney Sweeney, I love her so much. I follow her on Instagram now. She's great.
Mhm.
Like I don't know what it is. I'm obsessed with her now. I can't tell you why. I am.
Pretty sure I can tell you why.
I can tell you 2 reasons why. But anyway, no, I'm just kidding. No, she's actually like I do really like her. So now it don't make sense, Ted. It will make sense. Other piece of Marvel news, bada bing, is Eldon Henson and Deborah Ann Wall will return as Foggy and Karen in the Daredevil show. These are basically Daredevil's 2 best friends. Well, Foggy is definitely his best friend. Karen is just someone that started working for them, and then it's kind of like a love interest / friend. But yeah, they're coming back. They're returning. I'm gonna be honest with you. didn't care much for them in the show. Couldn't
Yeah.
really care less.
I didn't mind Foggy. Karen, I could care less. for.
Karen annoyed the hell out of me. Not gonna
It
lie.
added a sort of different type of story into Daredevil that did not really interest me. You know, that
Yeah.
whole journalist.
No,
Yeah.
the way she acted too, it was just kind of like, I don't know. Foggy started to annoy me too because he started just getting really aggravating. But like, they're not like they're bad actors. Like they're still pretty decent actors. But like, that's fine. Like I mean, they didn't really have a big part, so I'm hoping that they do give them a bigger part in this one, and I think that it would be kind of cooler. But yeah, Ted said Robin usually has a bigger mask that hides more features, and he doesn't have massive goggles that are cleared and shows his eyes in perfect lighting. Hey, I told you about this. Can't wait to see them more. Yes, kudos to Ted. Ted did release this information to us. Ted is like our fourth comic nerd.
Yeah.
He does receive a lot of information. When he's on my Discord, he like will be like, yo, like Marvel news, and he'll say it and he'll tag me in it and he'll be like, this is like the Marvel news, and I'll be like, oh my god, and I'll add it to my list when I write it up, and then I set it up for this one.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, he's got some quickness sometimes with the news. But yeah, so he did say that, so kudos to Ted. Next piece of news, and this is something that I could care less about, but you know, it's news. Tatiana Maslany, who's the woman who played She-Hulk in the live action there, basically said that She-Hulk 2 is unlikely, which I'm very happy about. But they
Yeah.
she said that they blew their budget on season 1, and Disney said no. That's what she said. She was like, Disney said nope. Guess what the budget was for the first season of She-Hulk? 6 episodes. 6 episodes of She-Hulk, or like 8 episodes of She-Hulk or something. Guess what the budget was? I'll give you
I
both
couldn't
one.
get-
I'll give you both one guess.
I don't even know what the average for these
TV
Marvel
series
movies-
budgets, channel.
Well, think about
Is it
like
1
think about them blowing their budget on
300 million.
300 million.
I was saying a couple million. I was about 300 million.
All right, Shane, what do you think?
I'm going moving
Uh,
numbers.
What are the fucking averages? Okay, I'll just go a little below Snowy, so like 100 million.
Okay. Shane says 100 million. Andrew says 300 million. And then Ted says 225 million, question mark. Ted, did you read an article about this? Because yes, it's $225 million. So apparently season 1 of She-Hulk was 225 million. That is insane. And the CGI for that wasn't even that good. Like it was good, but it wasn't like, why are you spending 225 million for this show? That wasn't even like, it wasn't even a good show. Like, yeah, you
That's so
definitely-
crazy to think
maybe-
about. That's so much fucking money
It's so much money.
for like such like an unpopular and like tiny little show, and like that's crazy.
It's so crazy. And like for the show to tank that hard, like I don't think that the budget, blowing your budget on season 1 was like the only reason that Disney said no. Like I'm pretty sure Disney said no because they were like, yo, your first season sucked. Like it just like, we're not going to do this. Like it's not making us money. He did kind of forget, so he's going off of foggy memory. She's a good actress, but the writing and CGI were so bad. No, like she's good. Don't get me wrong. I honestly think if anyone were to play She-Hulk, she actually was a good She-Hulk. Like I think her as a She-Hulk and her as an actress, that was good. Didn't like the show. The show just
If
wasn't
they-
good.
Yeah, because if they had just gave her that She-Hulk character and didn't make it a lawyer show, like I get that was like the whole thing. I was like, maybe they could have just gave us a whole different other kind of story. Maybe.
I think if
some
they
more
approach,
actors
I think
stuff.
if they just approached it differently, like it could be a lawyer show, and that's fine. But the way that they did it, it just wasn't good. Like it was a lot of, I don't know. It was just weird. The end credits scenes of all the episodes weren't great. Like it just overall, it like really wasn't that good. And I think that like, I don't know. I still can't believe I sat through all the episodes just to see her screw Daredevil. Bro, I didn't even get that far. I watched the show specifically because they said that Daredevil was going to be in it. And I didn't even make it that far to see Daredevil. I think I stopped like 2 episodes before he was even introduced in the show because it was so bad I couldn't get into it. Like I just could not continue watching it. So that
You know,
happened.
and they introduced Daredevil in that, and like they gave him this new suit, and then I finished Echo. That was one of the ones I saw that you guys I don't think you saw,
I haven't seen it yet.
and
No.
I
they
watched
just
Echo.
gave him back the old suit.
Yeah, that's so
I'm
funny.
like, yeah.
I did see
I'm like,
clips.
what's the point?
I did see clips. I don't know why they gave him back the old suit. I don't know. Maybe it didn't do very well. Maybe
It
people
was
were
a-
just not liking it.
It was a. We're talking about Echo, right? So like I think it was in the past when he was fighting Echo. I don't know if that was the same time span as She-Hulk, but timeline.
Well, I mean, I don't know where the timeline lands on She-Hulk, but it's very clear about the timeline of Echo on this, which
Yeah.
is it takes place right after Hawkeye.
Yeah. So if
Well,
She-Hulk plays
no,
right
right
after,
before.
no, She-Hulk came
Yeah, like
after
around
Hawkeye.
right after.
Yeah. So She-Hulk came after Hawkeye. Hawkeye introduced Echo. Echo already committed, like, did the thing to Kingpin. So in the Echo show, Kingpin already had the wounds from Echo, I believe. And then so
Yeah, but
like,
when she met Daredevil was before she gave the wound to Kingpin.
oh, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I think that was the start of her career of it.
yeah, that was the start of her career.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, so that could have been. It could have been Daredevil was.
that's
met her
most
before.
likely why he had his old suit. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe that was it. Let's see. The writers also admitted to have never written a lawyer type show, which is another reason why it sucks so much. Thez said good. The yellow and red didn't work with well.
Yeah, I was.
I agree. I didn't really think it was that great. So there we go. Yeah. So that was the last piece of Marvel news except for the Marvels. So here's the thing, guys. Let me actually get a picture. We're gonna rate the Marvels officially now because we were not really able to rate the Marvels all that well recently. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we all watched the Marvels. We can give our honestly at this point, Ted, did you see the Marvels? I'm kind of curious if he watched it. Let's find out. 6 out of 10 for me. He did see it. Fruit Loop is also on high. Fruit Loop. They also said 4 out of 10. So all right, let's just talk about it. Spoilers. Who cares? So we got a 4 out of 10 and we got a 6 out of 10. I will start off with my spoiler review. Pretty much just quickly until we talk about things. I thought the best part of that movie was Miss Marvel. Hands down. I thought it felt like more like a Miss Marvel film than it did Captain Marvel film. Could care less about the chick on the left, like at all. I'm a lurk for a bit, dude. Sounds good, man. Yeah, no, I couldn't care less about her character. Didn't care at all. I thought that there was like, for all the people that y'all watching, there was like that singing scene where they went on that planet and like she was singing the whole time. That was dumb, dude. Like that was so dumb.
That's where it lost me.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, that was so unnecessary. It didn't make any
He's a big
sense.
fan of the actor though.
Actor's cool.
Like I just finished one of his K dramas.
Yeah,
Like
actor's
he's
cool.
actually really good.
Yeah, but still, no point. The villain, it seems rushed. Like I don't like this whole thing where like the newer Marvel movies, they're doing this thing where like they do this villain who could be incredibly overpowered, and then they just die in the dumbest way, and it's not like it's such a anticlimactic ending with a anticlimactic like fight scene that's either too short or it's too dumb. And I just felt like overall this movie, it was better. So I will say the movie was better than I thought it was going to be. So to me, that's a plus, which is why I'm leaning more towards Ted's rating instead of Fruit Loop's rating. Because I feel like I just had such low expectations for this movie that it was better, in my opinion. But again, Miss Marvel, best part of it. End credit scene to me was kind of whack. I just thought the CGI for Beast was not great.
Yeah.
And that's like her only significance to the movie was like the reason for this. So I was like, what? I just think that like this movie was basically created because they were like, oh crap, like we have a contract where we have to make another Captain Marvel film with her in it, and I think we just have to throw something in, and then this is what they did. That was my opinion. CGI was meh. Story was eh. Acting was honestly better. I actually will give the acting better because it was
No.
No. Let me finish. It was better than her first movie. I didn't
see the first one.
Yeah, I didn't care for Captain Marvel's acting in the first movie. I thought it was kind of bland. In the second one, I thought it was a little bit better. Still bad, but better. And I actually thought Miss Marvel's acting was a lot better than even in her show. And she was actually pretty decent in her show. So I did like her acting. That was really it, though. That's all I could say. I mean, there really wasn't... I don't know. I thought it was going to be different, and there was like a different storyline. It really wasn't that... I don't know. It was unexciting to me. It was very boring. It was very mid. I give it a 5. I give it a 5. I just say it's mid. It's like right in the middle for me. Like I didn't hate it, didn't love it, thought it was okay. So 5 for me. What do you guys think?
My review is pretty quick. It was a boring movie. It felt like the whole entire, like the first, I want to say 20 minutes, it just felt rushed. I don't understand why. I mean, they were trying to introduce Miss Marvel, Monica character, and then Captain Marvel and all that stuff. But it just felt like way too rushed, where I'm like, hold on. First of all, it's not even like fun rush. It's like, this is bad rush. Like, it's starting off like something I don't enjoy in the first place, and then you're rushing through it. Normally, I would want to rush through a movie, but since they're doing it for me, I guess it was like the good part about it. However, like, in terms of the action and story-wise, it was definitely lacking, where it did not catch my attention. There's a lot of times where I just look away from the screen and try to find out where my phone was, because it was like, it wasn't captivating in terms of the story and the action. You figure with Captain Marvel being like OP as hell, there would be some crazy action scene. This wasn't it. At least for me, it wasn't it.
Yeah.
In general, like the best part of the movie for me, I won't say best part, the only good part of the film for me was the post credit. I know you guys talk shit about the CGI for Beast, but that was the only part that got me hyped.
It was still
that got
cool.
me excited.
Yeah, it was still cool.
That was like the only good scene. But I'm like, oh wow, that's more interesting than the whole entire movie. That's crazy.
No,
that 1 minute scene.
Same way.
Yeah.
And Ted said, so what if it was bad? It was bad. We know X-Men exists and we know a way to them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's the only reason that's why I liked it.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna like, well, it did kind of say that okay, Miss Marvel is gonna start her own little Avengers there.
Yeah, Young Avengers, I think.
Yeah, but I'm more interested to know what's gonna happen with Monica and then her mother in another dimension.
Yeah,
with
like,
the X-Men and all that stuff. Yeah, that's more interesting to me. So I look forward to that. But that was like the only good part of the film for me. So it's not average for me. It's not mid for me. It's actually underwhelming for me. So I'm gonna agree with Fulu. I'm gonna go with 4 out of 10. Yeah.
Okay. I kept thinking this entire movie was basically a movie made to just fill in answers that they kept like post-crediting that never had any follow-through. So it was like when they finally showed us what Fury was doing the whole time, right? We're like in space, and they show Saber, and I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, like I guess we just can go right into that.
Okay, before you continue your thing, so I found myself more often than I should throughout the entire movie. It's like, I wonder how much Samuel L. Jackson's getting paid right now, just to show up every now and then to say one-liners. Because that's all he did throughout the whole movie. He just show up, say something funny, and then it's the other scene. But that's how like weird the movie was for me.
You know, he's getting paid good for that shit. Yeah, it just seemed kind of like pointless because it's like we had like these 3 characters where like at least Captain Marvel had like her standalone to kind of introduce. Seen her in a bunch of other films. We know her OP powers and stuff like that. And then it was, dude, Monica Rambeau made no sense to me. It was just like she got her powers from like Scarlet Witch, and somehow it's the same type of power that was the one of the stones that gave Captain Marvel her powers. and then the bangle that gave Miss Marvel her power is also the same type of energy and power,
Like light
and
power.
then they
Yeah.
got tangled up.
So here's the thing that I don't get too. So not only is the bangle not that it's not the bangle isn't even the source of Miss Marvel's power anymore, because she didn't have the bangle on when she grabs her arm or her hand to bring Captain Marvel back at the end. She or like
Yeah.
in space at the end, she wasn't wearing the gauntlet. So her powers are actually coming from her, not the gauntlet. I don't know what the gauntlet does anymore. Maybe it
Didn't you
enhances
say
her
it was
powers.
just like time traveling and jumping? And all
Yeah,
that
but
stuff?
like
That,
for
that
whatever
was what it's
reason,
for.
Yeah, so also it's basically like lazy comic book writing, where they're like,
Yeah.
well, in this universe, it'll make sense. You guys don't need to know the details, and they explain of like, oh, we got quantum tangled or whatever, and that's why we're all stuck together fighting this mission and stuff. It was a lame ass fucking villain
yeah.
that was just like it was, and that was actually a question also that I like had thought about, which was like after Captain Marvel finished her movie, she went back to that planet. It turns out she gets completely decimated it. That way, it's almost unsurvivable.
Yeah.
And now, like, people want revenge, which is like that makes sense,
Yeah,
right? But it just felt like I was expecting this OP kind of like real villain for what is an OP character, and it just felt like they're trying to put together a random ass story. And yeah, like Miss Marvel, like her character was actually like enjoyable to watch compared to the show, because that was basically like a teen show and stuff,
Mhm.
and she didn't really get any action in until the last episode. So now we kind of got to see it. I don't entirely like that, like she basically just got these powers because it picked up right where the show ended.
Yeah.
That's where it picked up.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she was all
And
of a
so-
sudden a badass fighter. She could fight like crazy.
Yeah.
That pissed me
Where that
off.
come from?
Yeah, I totally
That's-
forgot
I
about
was like,
that.
what kind of shit is that?
I
I was like, she can fucking
I
use
didn't
her
watch the
powers
show.
well, but then like do some crazy martial arts type shit with it.
She was doing
I
backflips
was
and like leg sweeps and shit. I was like, there's no way you
She
mastered
was
your
fighting with
powers
a
in 5
scarf.
seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
it
the
was like,
scarf-
yeah, it was like, oh, use the scarf as a weapon, and like all of a sudden she just knew how to use it.
Yeah.
Like that was dumb. It was crazy.
No,
So-
remember they had that little training montage with the jump ropes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, like, yo, that really honestly did
Yeah.
piss me off. I was actually sitting there being like, yo, didn't this pick off like right where she was? She doesn't have fighting experience. She doesn't know how to fight. Like, and
No.
all of a sudden she's literally doing like Black Widow type, like
Yeah.
MMA stuff. And I was like, where is this coming from? You're 14.
If it was real continuity and like proper like understanding and grasp of like these powers and like how it makes sense to the storyline, that would make sense. None of that.
None
it
of
was
that
all
happened.
it was all pretty bad. I wish it was
Yeah.
more good things to say than bad things to say, but like that's really kind of what it is. And like what Snowy was saying, like the best part was the post credit, because now we get a very clear image of an X-Men. You know what I mean? A very signature like X-Men that we all recognize. Like I don't know what like I said, I don't know good CGI with bad CGI.
It was decent. It wasn't as bad as
It
when
was
I saw
I
yeah.
definitely noticed it though, because
Yeah.
I'm used to
interesting.
like prosthetic like beasts instead of like CGI beasts.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that did stand out to
I
me.
think that's what it was.
Well,
It was
to
CGI
be-
instead of makeup.
Yeah, to be honest though, it's because the movie itself didn't have good CGI. When I saw Beast, I was like, okay, it's whatever. Like it's
Yeah, you
along
just-
the realm of what
yeah.
what I just saw in
Yeah.
the movie. So I'm like, all
They
right.
might change it up. My other thing is, yeah. So basically, the chick on the left, I don't remember her name again. What was her name? Monica.
Monica Rambeau.
Monica.
Rambeau.
She got her powers by walking through a force field that
Yeah.
like Scarlet Witch created. But so the reasoning as to why they said that their powers were all connected is because all three of their powers were light based. But also,
Yeah.
there are probably several other superheroes that are out in Marvel that are light based. They didn't get
Yeah.
switched out. You know what I mean? So like, why was it just the three of them? Like,
It's weird because it's like it. I wish it elaborates on like her, because it shows during that she was kind of learning her powers too, but like it don't really explain how her getting those powers and her using those powers all kind of makes sense,
I think
because
it's because getting her powers was because I think it awoken the mutant gene in her. So I think that she is also a
they had
mutant.
said that would have help. Like
Yeah,
that's a comic.
they never witness it. So only as of right now, the only person that we know confirmed is a mutant is Miss Marvel. Because of the end of like the first like of her show is because they said like, oh, I found a mutant gene. So like she has mutant genes. She's the only mutant as of right now that we know of. We don't know if Monica actually is a mutant. That's my theory. My theory is that she walked through the force field and like it like awoke her mutant gene. My thing is the reasoning for them being intertwined, and this is just the dumbest thing, is that her and Captain Marvel touched a portal at the same time, and then Miss Marvel has the gauntlet. That's literally it. But it's like, that's dumb. That's dumb.
Yeah,
That's dumb as shit.
It's all very lazy writing. Was not well enough thought out. But once again, we all thought it was better than it was gonna be.
It was better than it was gonna be.
I also give it a 5.
5, 5, and 4. Ooh, interesting. So basically,
I was gonna.
Okay.
There was a moment during the post credit. I'm like, if they do what I hope they do, this is gonna be a high score for me. Because BC mentioned, oh, he's gonna let Charles know about what's going on right now. I'm like, if they show me Charles, I'll give this shit a fucking 9 right now. I'll give this a 9. But they didn't, so it's like,
I didn't.
So if they give us like Charles, they'll give him to us the same way that he showed up in Doctor Strange, which is the comic accurate wheelchair floating thing.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully they'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
So with the 3 of our ratings, 5, 5, and 4, it actually averaged out to a 4.66666. So rounding up, that's a 4.7. And to be honest with you, I'm looking right now, and I think that's our lowest rating movie ever. It is.
I think 5 would be I've ever given a movie. I'm typically more generous.
Yo, we don't even have
this movie didn't need to exist, but it exists, and not only that, it didn't make sense. So there was a lot of
So here's the deal. We don't even have a movie that we've rated that averages at least a 5. Our lowest averaged movie is a 6 flat. So
was that Thor?
Which one was that one?
That was
Thor?
that was Miss Marvel.
Yeah, that one got higher.
That was Miss Marvel and DMZ. Eternals got a 6.5, and Thor: Love and Thunder also got a 6.5.
Okay.
And I will say I enjoyed Thor. This is the wildest thing that I'm going to say. I enjoyed Thor: Love and Thunder more than I enjoyed the Marvels. And the only reason that I'm saying that is because of Gore. That's it. If Gore wasn't in the movie, I probably would have rated that movie as the same way.
Yeah. I agree with you, and boy, you guys gonna be surprised when we give the Aquaman review.
This is gonna be crazy. I'm actually so curious about the
I already have the number in my head. I
don't actually. I have to think about it. I actually really do have to think about it. I'm gonna have to think about it during the review itself.
Yeah, while we're discussing.
Yeah, because like honestly, I don't know. But anyways, congratulations to the Marvels for earning the lowest rating the Comic Nerds rate to date, with a not even a 5. We got a 4.7. That's it. Blame Andrew on that one. You could have gotten a 5 all around if he just gave it, but he decided to do the 4. That's it. So
it was a freaking it was a 2-hour movie, I think, right? Like
it was an hour and a half. It was an hour and 45. It was its shortest rating movie too.
Yeah, it was almost a 2-hour movie, and I didn't care about it until the last minute.
Yeah.
So it was like,
to be honest though, I mean, not only was it was the shortest movie, it was the worst rated movie. It didn't make that much money, and like it is our lowest rated movie too. So it's like it got bad reviews all around. Like it didn't make any money in the box office. It was the worst Marvel movie in history, like the whole thing. So like it earned its rightful place as bad. So 4.7 on the Marvels on the Comic Nerds scale here. So we can't even compare it to anything really because it was just that bad. So that was the Marvels. And now we're going to go right into DC news. There's only one piece of news for DC, and then we're just going to go ahead and do that Aquaman review. So I guess start getting pissed off because we're going to be talking about the Aquaman very soon. But our one piece of Disney news is that Millie Alcock, Emilia Jones, and Meg Donnelly are screen testing for Supergirl. Meg Donnelly actually voiced Kara in Legion of Superheroes.
I want the one that already plays Supergirl to be Supergirl, to continue being Supergirl.
Nah,
She had her
they
shot.
can't have that. Yeah,
God damn.
Nope.
I'm like looking
Um,
at them and I'm like, which one? Because I seen the girl from House of Dragons. She was a good actress.
Yeah.
I can't remember where I've seen the other two, but I definitely know I've seen them.
So Meg Donnelly, I think personally, looks the most like Supergirl. That's the girl in the middle.
Which?
Girl in the middle.
Oh,
Girl in the middle.
Okay.
yes, but I want the one on the left to be Supergirl.
I think the one on the left is Millie Alcock.
The brunette.
Yeah.
Nope, never mind. Millie Alcock is the girl on the right. She's the girl who plays in the Game of Thrones stuff.
Ooh.
And then
For her.
I don't think so. Hold on, and then Amelia Jones is the girl on the left, the one that you want to play. So hold up, do we all have different?
We all different picks.
So Andrew wants Amelia Jones, Shane wants Amelia Alcock, and I want Meg Donnelly. That's funny.
Let's see who
That's
wins,
actually kinda
fellas.
fun. All right, cool. Because I'm sticking to
Yeah.
it, man. I like Meg Donnelly. I think Meg Donnelly would be a really good
Well, because like you know what it is, Amelia Jones, like she kind of looked like the Supergirl that we saw. In
Oh,
Flash,
that's
kinda.
why.
That's why I knew you were gonna pick that.
But
Yeah.
like, look at Meg Donnelly, dude. She's blonde. She like literally looks like that picture of
I don't know.
Supergirl.
It's something. It's her face structure. It's too sharp for me.
Hmm.
And that's why I like the one on the right. She has a softer look. And like I get like Supergirl's supposed to be like tough or whatever.
What else?
I don't know. I like a softer look.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay,
We'll see. We'll
fair,
see, guys.
fair enough. We'll see who wins. We'll see who actually gets it. Watch it, but no, none of them. Watch it be like none of the three. It's like a
I know.
completely different person.
Jessica Alba. What?
It was so.
That'd
It
be
was just
crazy.
showing this.
Dude, it's not
the
even
girl that's
Jessica
playing
Alba.
Lois Lane.
It's
The girl that's playing like Lois Lane.
Jennifer.
It was like
Coolidge.
showing some photos of her recently.
Yeah.
Bro, she looks exactly like Lois Lane does in the comics.
Really?
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
I'm
that.
like, bro, chose it perfectly. And like the guy
That's
obviously
awesome.
looks like Ken Superman, so
That's awesome. Yeah,
I'm actually getting more excited about the show now.
I'd
those
actually
movies.
lose it. I'd lose it if they didn't even do any of these three people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you were just like Jessica Alba.
Like-
I was like, imagine we were just like, yo, Jennifer Coolidge just got the role for like
Oh my God.
Supergirl.
Like I was just doing any blondes, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, that'd be wild. So yeah, so that is that piece of news. That's literally the only piece of DC news that we have right now. So now what we're gonna actually start getting into is we're gonna actually talk about the next piece of news here, which is oh my. This is ginormous. Give me a second.
Ooh.
Yeah, this blew up. Please hold. You guys, there's no spoiler alert now. We know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So, Aquaman 2 has come out a couple weeks ago. We have all, well, I'd say more than a couple weeks ago now. We have all had the opportunity to watch it. For those of you who did not watch it, we will give a very quick non-spoiler review just to kind of let you know like how we felt, because I feel like the Marvels has had its time. It's been a long time now, like if you haven't seen it, but I feel like Aquaman's still kind of like a couple weeks in. Like we can do a quick non-spoiler. So I'll start. Not good. That's really all you need to know. So no, it's not all you need to know. I think what pissed me off is I knew. It's funny because Andrew, you were the first one to see it, and you said that it was very disappointing, which you can get more into in a few minutes. But when I watched it, because I had your thought into it, it's so funny. The first minute of watching the film, like as soon as the film started and I heard Jason Momoa talk, I was like, this is gonna suck. Like I just knew, because it wasn't like that badass Jason Momoa anymore. It was a very goofy Jason Momoa. And I think what they did was what they did to Thor. They took they Thored Aquaman. They took a really badass character. They had a badass film where he like somewhat, he made some jokes, whatever, but like he for the most part was like really cool. Like we loved him in Aquaman 1. He was cool in Justice League, whatever. We didn't really mind him. We out of the whole DCE, like the DCU or DCEU, Jason parts, you know what I mean? and then all of a sudden they made him a dad, and now he's like too goofy. Like where they made Thor in Thor Love and Thunder and in Thor Ragnarok, where I didn't like that because they took such a cool character and they just made him so lame. And like Jason Momoa throughout the whole movie, he was just some like dumb knucklehead jock dude. Like he just kept on like doing all this stupid stuff and like cracking jokes and being all goofy and everything. Like he didn't have a serious part except for like when his family was kind of threatened. So I just didn't like that because they made this too comic-y, and it was like I didn't like it, man. Like the whole thing was about with him and his brother, and I didn't care for the comedy. I didn't care, and it just made the movie kind of lame. I think the CGI wasn't even that great. The story wasn't even like that great. Honestly, like overall, it's like they like gave up. They really just like felt like they gave up. They knew they were like, you know what, this is the last movie of the DCEU. After this, we're just completely revamping everything. Jason Momoa isn't even going to be Aquaman anymore. Like we're just gonna do it. Like it didn't even seem like the character or the actors really cared all that much either. You know what I mean? Like it just wasn't like that great. So in all honesty, like it was a waste. Did I like it better than the Marvels? This is the question that I have to ask myself, because it's like, did I really enjoy it that much? I'm still going to give it the same rating as the Marvels for me right now. We'll get deeper into this. I'm giving Aquaman 2 a 5. So that is my rating as of right now. It might change, but as I'm talking about it, I think I'm going to give it a 5. But that is my non-spoiler review.
I mean, I honestly, like, you're right. Like, is there really like a reason like we're giving a non-spoiler review though, because of how the movie went?
Right,
You know,
We might as well get into it. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't know who watched it.
no,
who
no,
didn't
I'm not.
watch
I'm
it,
not
but let's
saying
do it.
like, oh, you know, let's just spoil the shit out of it, whatever. It's like, but it wasn't much that happened.
There
in the
actually,
movie
yeah, you
where,
know what?
like,
That's a really
what it
good
is,
point.
you know?
There really isn't anything that happened. Like, there's not even an end credit scene. So there's nothing like there's-
literally what
there's no
what you
point.
saw in the trailer was literally the whole movie. Like
That's true.
It was really nothing too crazy. And honestly, even if it's a spoiler, there's no continuation to this.
That's true. Yeah,
Where-
no, that's a
yeah.
good point.
Nope.
So then, all right, I'm gonna tell you my spoiler thing before you guys, move any further. Then I wanna talk about this because I gotta get this off my chest. I was waiting to get this off my chest, but they
Hold
couldn't.
on.
Oh.
Let us give
Let's go.
our rating real quick.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm just
have
gonna
no
give
spoiler.
I'm just gonna give a rating because what you said, you already pretty much hit the points across to why this movie is not good. To sum it up, they gave up on this film. They literally gave them film. The director gave up. The producers, the screenwriters, the actors themselves gave up on this film, and it shows. It shows completely. But I still enjoyed it a little bit better than the Marvels. So I'm gonna give it a 5 also.
Oh
not a
wow,
4.
look at that. Okay.
But I wanted to throw this though, because even though I didn't like Thor: Love and Thunder, I still enjoyed that better than Aquaman. That's how sad it is.
Yeah, I know. I know.
because of gore.
Because of
Gore
Gore.
was the entire. Yeah,
Yo,
I
Gore
wanted to see
saved-
Gore every time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gore
every
saved
time I
Thor:
would just
Love and
want to.
Thunder.
I feel like you
Yeah.
guys aren't remembering Thor: Love and Thunder the way it was.
No,
No.
I
I remember.
remember.
The comedy uses in that like
is.
should be
Oh,
far
it
lower
sucked.
than what we gave it. Should be far
Yeah,
lower
I
than what we
agree.
gave it.
Yeah,
But I liked
agree.
it for Gore,
I
man.
enjoyed this Aquaman more than Love and Thunder. Still, I still consider Love and Thunder one of the lowest tier movies out
Interesting.
there.
Interesting.
This is why I say I feel like I'm gonna surprise you at this one, but I actually enjoyed. I remember enjoying certain part of Thor: Love and Thunder because of Gore, but I also enjoyed a little bit of something there too, the comedy. Yeah, it could be overbearing 70% of the film, but there were some scenes where it just makes me laugh genuinely. But mainly, what made that film was Gore, and I really like look forward to seeing him in every scene. I'm like, oh, is this when he's gonna show up? This is when he's gonna show up. This is when he's gonna show up. I get excited for just seeing Christian Bale in general, right?
Yeah.
But with Aquaman 2, I'd never had an exciting an excitement moment like for what's gonna happen next. Mine is more of like, all right, when is it gonna pick up?
Mm-hmm.
And it
Never
never did.
Never did.
It never did.
Never
You know,
did.
there was only one scene in the movie where I'm like, okay, that was pretty funny, and that was when Orm was running. I don't know if you guys remember that
that
scene.
was kind of funny.
When he was running,
Yeah,
that was like the
kinda
best
funny.
part of the movie for me. That's how
He
sad
just
it was.
jammed.
Yeah, he jet.
Yeah,
But
He
that
did
was
the
he ran like
And then-
Naruto.
yeah, that was really funny. That
That was like
I
the
did
only
find
good scene. The action was underwhelming. It was like,
Mhm.
bro, it's like I don't know.
The action was like fake as anything. Like, did you like the
Yeah.
trident fight that he had with the fucking evil dude? Like, it was.
It was
like,
only like
just
30
ugh,
seconds.
Like they just.
It
went,
was
boom,
30
boom, boom.
seconds.
It was 30 seconds. It was
Oh
dumb.
my God.
But yo, I will say that there were parts of the movie. There were some small, very quick parts of the movie where I actually enjoyed the comedy in this one, only because the brotherly like banter. Because like to be honest with you, the way they acted is like the way that I act with my brothers, and so like
Right.
that is personally something that I was like, okay, this is kind of relatable, and like
Yeah.
some of it was a
That
little
was
funny.
what I enjoyed the most out of it.
That was a little immature funny where I was like, okay, like I act like this way with the brothers. That's kind of funny. But other than that, it was like there was nothing else that I really enjoyed about this entire thing. But Shane,
Mhm.
what did you think? Because you said now that you enjoyed it better than Thor: Love and Thunder. So I'm kind of curious as
Yeah.
to like what you're gonna
I
give as
fucking
a
hate Thor: Love and Thunder
review.
because that wasn't just bad comedy. That was like childish comedy.
It was kind of, but it
And
was
at least
because of like
this-
the whole.
At least the comedy here was like a fun little comedy. I like because I saw them as Orm and Aquaman as like buddy banter types, and it's like it's a fun little thing. Because I honestly like I gave up. We all gave up on Aquaman, and it was like, what's the point? So we might as well go have fun with it. And then especially with all, I'm sure the storyline would have built up to something more and more serious if like they didn't cut out those scenes with what's her name, Amber Heard,
Ever heard?
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Because I felt like there was like you could see, I felt like there was throughout the watching the movie there were gaps that like like that felt like a skip, kind of thing. And they kind of just jumped to one thing to another. But like, it's messed up to say this, but like accurately comic wise, that kid was supposed to die.
I wanted him dead.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say, but I'm
Okay,
gonna wait.
alright.
I'm gonna wait until you finish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
accurately. I was waiting for that child to die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was waiting for it. I was waiting for that emotion,
You're not
heartbreaking
alone.
scene
No, not
that
alone.
like
You're not alone.
drove him to fucking tear apart the world, kind of stuff. And the thing is, like Aquaman, like Jason Momoa still looks intimidating as shit. And honestly, I don't know if he got a muscle suit on because that suit looked way more
Mhm.
muscular.
No, he's
but as he
muscular.
was
Yeah,
wearing
yeah,
it.
it's a muscle suit.
It's definitely a muscle suit
Yeah.
because you don't got abs like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely looked way more muscular. And he definitely looked way more intimidating.
Yeah.
And so I was
He
like,
was
oh,
he
man,
actually
like,
he actually sent it to a quick reel or snap or whatever it was. He sent it to Chris Hemsworth. He was like, "Look at you working out while I just put a suit on," and that was it. Yeah, but,
oh, I think I seen that one. Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
you
but
know-
the
you
rest
know
of it,
what-
it felt, like it felt pointless. There's certain parts of the storylines that felt pointless because it was like, so during the whole process of Black Manta, he got the Black Trident. That evil dude was trying to get him to awaken him, right? They had the whole thing with Orichalcum
Yeah.
to like basically destroy the world, the
Mhm.
fuck, like climate change and stuff like that. And it was like the entire time they were doing that, like at the very end of like near the end, like to release them, we just need blood on the world. I was like, why didn't they do that in the beginning? I was like, was the whole Orichalcum thing really?
You're like
So,
cutting in and out. I
Yeah,
don't know
so
what's going on,
you're
but-
kind of cutting out,
least
but
for me.
like, I don't actually remember why they did. Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah, because
they
yeah.
did need
So
blood. It was a
am I
curse.
still cutting in and out?
Not anymore
you're
right
fine.
now.
Am I still okay? Okay. So, because the Orichalcum, they all stole it, started this war with Atlanta, let them get caught on, just so they can cause global warming. They burned
Oh,
all of the Orichalcum,
No,
so it
because
goes into the atmosphere.
right, but the Orichalcum wasn't to release the guy. The Orichalcum was to destroy the planet because that's what they were doing. Like they used Orichalcum as a power source for their city, but like it was destroying the entire planet. I remember that now. So like it wasn't to release him. The releasing was a curse, but it was the Orichalcum. They wanted to release that so that it can destroy the planet in the process. That was like
Yeah,
the whole
that
reason.
felt like
was a
an
little weird.
unnecessary extra step. Like it just felt like, I don't know, like just to add the action was why they kind of added that.
Yeah.
Because like, and they, I honestly feel like they saved that final villain way too much at the end because he looked all powerful. He was supposed to be, he's the brother of First King.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's like this enormous title that seems like crazy, and they had these zombie-ish type of monsters, which would have been a cool ass fight stuff like that, but they didn't even like. They just shot at, and
Yeah, you're cutting out again.
it was
Yeah,
like,
you're cutting out a
I
little
missed
bit.
like the whole last part.
yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but overall, like I didn't like how they did the story,
Hmm.
but I enjoyed the film regardless because it was fun.
Okay.
So I'm giving it a 6.
Yeah, this is him being
Wow,
optimistic
I knew
again.
It, I
This is him
knew it.
being
Yeah.
optimistic.
You know what's Matt funny? You say that like the action scene at the end. When I saw that like the guy got released, I checked to see how much time was left. It was 13 minutes, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna suck. Like I knew it was gonna
Yeah.
suck. I was like, they're gonna.
Yeah, I'm with you, like, because I felt like, okay, this movie can't be a 3-hour movie. So like at this point when he's fighting Manta basically, or at least the cursed guy in Manta, and I was like, if it's already too late to redeem itself. I went through a whole hour and a half of bullshit, and it's only like 30 minutes left or something like that. And then I'm like, there's no good things that can happen at this point now. There's no way to redeem it. Even if that brief moment where Orm had held the trident and he almost went evil for a second.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, if this has happened in the middle of the movie where he became evil and he actually like went and became evil and then ended up killing the baby and all that stuff, it could have probably redeemed itself because it would have went the darker route as we know in the comics and stuff like
Right.
that. But it did not, and it only happened for like
It only happened for like a second, and it was cured by friendship. And like, and again, it was like another thing where it was just like, hey, I love you, brother, and I'm like, God fucking damn it, man, just like, just kill someone. dude.
This is the last movie of DCEU. Go big. What are you doing?
I
seriously,
know.
Kill,
It's
kill
straight
a
dark.
fucking baby. If you stop caring, just like kill the
I
baby.
don't know. Just kill the baby.
That's how bad the movie was when you. I know it sounds fucked up, but like that's how bad the movie was to
No.
me. Where like you're rooting for the evil guy to just do the deed.
Dude, you know
Like,
what's
do the
crazy?
deed.
I wanted him to kill him in the first place because it happened in the comics. You have no idea. There is not another baby in this entire world that I wanted dead more than that baby. I wanted that baby so dead. I don't care. I was like,
This is so
listen,
fucked
man.
up.
Bro, I bet you if this movie, like if there was gonna be another, they would have definitely killed that baby.
They could have killed
They
that
would have
baby.
let Black Manta live,
But
and like it would have been this whole thing.
yo, you know what else?
I
pissed me
think
off?
we set a record for how many times killed that baby.
I don't
like,
care.
in
I'll
this
say it
series.
again. I want that baby killed. I wish that baby was killed. Killed that baby. But here's the thing. This what pissed me off even more too. They couldn't have killed anyone.
Anyone.
They didn't kill. They did not even kill Mira, which I was like, yo, if anyone was gonna die, it was her for two reasons. One, it's Mira. That would have been great character development. And two, is Amber Heard. But you have no fucking clue. When I saw her get lasered down, I was like, yo, she's dead. I was like, yes.
I was
yes.
like, that's it.
Yes,
yeah.
she's dead. And then all of a sudden, she's just laying there resting. I'm like, fuck, she's not dead. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So then I got pissed off that, right? Didn't kill the baby. Also, didn't kill the dad. If you're going to kill anyone, kill the dad. Kill the dad. You stabbed him.
Yeah.
And then you were like, yo, I'm going
You
to let
know
you die
who they
in his head.
killed? You know who they killed? William Dafoe off screen.
I know.
That's-
Yeah.
Wait,
He
did
just
they?
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, he wasn't even in the
off-screen.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
even in the
because they
movie.
were saying he got caught by the plague.
Oh, that's
The plague
right.
that was going around.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so dumb. Yeah. I
They killed him
I
off
didn't even
screen.
realize that.
Which he was like probably one of the better characters in part one.
Yeah,
honestly.
they mentioned
like, he was, like,
they
really
mentioned
good.
that like 4 times. But like, yo, so they
Yeah.
couldn't kill the dad when he was even like, oh, I'm gonna stab you real bad, and then I'm gonna let you die like in his eyes. But then all of a sudden he got healed by magic. I was like, bro, you couldn't have just died. Like that would have been great
It's
if
insane.
anyone is gonna just character development, like, yo, kill your dad. Like I just
The mom was pointless in the movie.
the mom was only there to
it
heal
was-
the dad, like so that he didn't die. The mom was 100% pointless in the whole thing. There was like even the crab. All he did was lose his arm. He could have died. Like anyone could have died. Yo, you know who else could have died in an explosion, which would have made perfect sense? The Asian guy. How did he
Yeah, what
survive
was his
that
name?
explosion?
Yeah.
He was
Well,
right
he got
next to the
saved
door.
by the. Yeah, he got saved by the people, like his people.
No. I get that he got saved by
It
his
was
people,
Mira.
but the explosion
Oh,
happened.
no, the explosion.
The explosion
Yeah.
happened at the door. He was in front of the door. If anyone was gonna die, he
right.
should have died.
Yeah, 'cause they got blown out the window, and he looked like he was able to like just minor injuries
He didn't
because he was
even-
still
Yeah.
limping.
There was nothing. There was no like
Mm.
concussion. There wasn't even a broken or ripped off limb. Like it wasn't.
I'm telling you, they gave
Nothing.
up. They gave up.
They gave
They
up
gave up.
so bad, dude. Fucking kill that baby. That's like I'm gonna start a hashtag. Like kill that baby. Like they should have killed the baby.
Someone
They-
is gonna one day look back and find this video and catch us all saying "kill that baby" and post it and get
They're
us
gonna-
canceled.
It's gonna get
I
canceled.
guarantee you.
Nah, but like legit though.
Someone who's a fan, someone who's a huge diehard fan of Aquaman,
Or
and then
Amber
like
Heard.
10 years from now, they watch Aquaman 2 for some reason. They're like trying to find something in the archive, and they find our stream. They'd be like, they're right. They should have killed that baby.
They should have killed
We
that
should
baby.
kill that baby.
Yo, but seriously though, like they couldn't have just like it's comic accurate. Like it's not the fact that like they're creating their own thing and they're just like, hey, you know, it'd been real fucked up if we kill that baby.
Or edgy.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this happened in the comic. Let's make it comic accurate. Let's kill the fucking baby. But they're little bitches. So it's like, I get it. Like, fine. If you don't want to kill a baby because it's like, okay, people are going to get pissed off that you kill the baby on screen, kill Amber Heard. Like, or kill the dad. Kill someone. I wasn't even satisfied with with Manta dying. Because he died in the dumbest way. He was like, nah. And then he fell. Like, that's so stupid. I think that's just like, it's so ridiculous when like you have such a huge crazy character, an OP character who's strong as shit. He's the whole problem. He's creating all these other problems. He had an OP thing and Trident. Yep. And then all of a sudden, like you have this, you know, you fight scenes, whatever, and then he just decides to fall. Like he just decides to fall.
That was the issue too, because the whole entire movie, like you get the scenes will cut off to him, and he's scheming, he's doing all these crazy things. It builds you up like for an epic fight at the end. The fight, it was good, but it was only 30 seconds. It wasn't long. Like literally like 1 minute of good choreography, and then that was it.
You know what kept bothering me throughout with the fight scenes? Every time Aquaman threw his trident, he somehow keeps getting it back. I was like, ain't no way. I've thrown so many things in life and I've lost them.
Well, he got people throwing it for him.
Yeah,
no, because there was a few when they picked it up and like, oh, Aquaman here, right? But there was one that was like he got blown away, and then he gets up and it's like right next to him. He picks it up. I'm like,
yo, you know what also? You know what also kind of aggravated me? Look, like I get that he's Hawaiian. I get it, dude. Or like he's Samoan. There was way too much Hawaiian shit going on in that movie. He was always just like, ha ha. Like, you know, like he was just like making all these random ass noises. Not as much. Not as much.
He did it. He did it like one time.
He did it like one time in the first, but like in this movie, he was doing it all the time. Like he was just making noises and like doing all this stuff and slapping his knee. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, this is the goofy part. This is what I was saying. Like, I think they Thorified his character. And it just kind of aggravated me because I was like, there's no need for any of this. Like, be the tough Aquaman dude that you want to be. Instead, you're like, this
that was
goofy.
Yeah, that was the part
person.
that bothered me too. Like when he was talking with the mom in the beginning of the movie, and then they were like, "Okay, you got to go save your brother, and then he can help out."
Yeah,
and he was like, "You know what he did, whatever it is." Like being like, "I don't like my brother. Like we have like a problem with each other."
Yeah.
But right when they got together, it was just brother comedy.
Yeah,
I'm like, what's going on? Like you were so serious about it like 10 minutes ago. Like what's going on?
He was mad serious.
I don't know.
Yo, he wasn't even that grieved about that. Like his wife just got attacked. Like he like, I thought she died, and then all of a sudden, like you find out obviously that she was a living. Like, and he saw her, but like not torn up at all. Not even a single bit of like offended. He was more pissed off obviously about his son. No son, no anger. He was just like, hey, like you attacked my wife, bro. That's crazy. And then he was just like, hey, little brother, love you.
But that's what it was though. You felt it from the movie. You felt that the director he just gave up. Like he gave up.
I don't even think
the CGI was worse than the number of the first one. Like how do you do that?
No, it was bad. Worse. It was really bad. All you had to do was just stay consistent. You already made it.
Flowy hair so distracting.
Dude, I hated the floating hair. I was like, how much you gonna make this hair float? It was half the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
the entire time it was just constantly flowing.
Because it looked fake. It was like dumb. Because every time he turned his head, his hair would stay the same spot. Like his hair would just be floating in the background. He'd just go like this. The hair would move. Like you had the same spot of your hair. Like you couldn't even do that. I don't know. It was really dumb. And the whole Trident situation. Now that I think about it, yeah, like he kept on getting his Trident back. All this other stuff happened. Like they obviously tried to like. It was just again. They had an animal. They tried to make that animal like the cute, like, oh my God, I love this animal kind of thing. They tried to make like the brother love happen. It was just too much comedy into the whole thing. I think I would have even liked it more if Jason Momoa acted like the Aquaman that he was in the first movie. Like if he just alone, that would have made the movie a lot better, in my opinion. But because they changed his character and they made it more comedic, I hated it. I couldn't stand
Yeah.
behind him, man. But like now we don't even have an end credit scene. We got nothing for the new DCU. He's no longer Aquaman. It just wasn't good. It is very disappointing. And like, man, I've been reading comments. I feel like some people, like, I can't tell what's true and what's not true online anymore. But there were people that were like, "Yo, this is one of the best DC films ever," and I was like, "Listen, man, I didn't like Justice League and stuff like that, but I liked this a lot less than that. Like, I liked that stuff more than Aquaman 2 for sure."
Yeah.
But
The only good part of that movie to me that I can find right now, like just searching deep into my mind right now, is Orm's character. Like he was like the only redeeming quality of the movie.
it
If I
wasn't
was
that
to watch
bad.
this movie ever again, it's just because of him. Because he was like the one that made me laugh, obviously.
Yeah,
And he's the one that actually acted correct, like in terms of acting wise. He was the only one that did a good job acting in the movie.
He stayed to his actual
he was
character.
he was
Yeah.
decent. He was decent. I will say.
Yeah.
I like the scene where he ate a cockroach. That was kind of funny.
Which
But
is the
like
after
him,
credit
yeah,
scene
and him,
also.
the end credit scene, like the final scene where he was eating the cheeseburger, I thought that was kind of funny. But
Yeah.
it was predictable. I figured that was gonna happen.
was-
But
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Sad,
is
but that's
sad.
the end of the DCEU.
And they ended
That was
on
it.
such an awful note.
Yeah.
On
It's crazy
such an
because
awful
there's
note.
so many characters that were genuinely redeemable and could have saved that that DCEU, but like they didn't do anything good with it, and like they just like it was such a waste.
It was a waste. So with my 5, with Andrew's 5, and with your 6, we now have our first 5 out of 10 rating. Which I was funny because I literally said that as the Marvels. I was like, we don't even have a 5 out of 10 rating. We now have a 5 out of 10 rating. So Aquaman 2 is our first official 5 out of 10 rating. It beats the Marvels, but it's only 5.3. So it is still one of the worst rated films that we have rated to date is Aquaman. So honestly, congratulations to these two movies for making it on the same episode and being our 2 worst rated movies. One Marvel and one DC movie, both rated under, like, out of 5 or under. And it still doesn't beat.
Never say we're biased.
Never say it. It still doesn't beat DMZ. So we liked DMZ better than we liked Aquaman 2 and the Marvels. We liked Miss Marvel better than we liked Aquaman 2 and the Marvels. And let's see, is there another 6? There's no solid 6, but there is Shazam 2, which is a 6.5, which we liked better than the.
I actually like that better than Aquaman 2. So
I do like it better.
At
Than
least it made me feel things. This
Yeah.
one didn't.
So Shazam 2 is the same rating as Thor: Love and Thunder and the same rating as Eternals. All 3 are 6.5. Those are our 6.5. Oh, also, The Flash. The Flash is actually a 6.27. So,
I actually enjoyed the Flash better than Aquaman 2.
oh, I 100%. I will say that I enjoyed The Flash better than Aquaman 2. If anything, I liked the comedy of The Flash more than I liked Aquaman
The
2.
comedy,
But
soundtrack
like
was
just in
good.
general. Soundtrack,
Yeah.
CGI
His
was just as
acting
bad.
was pretty good too. Even though we don't really like the actor himself, but like his acting in the movie was pretty decent.
Mm,
Like they tried with that movie. This movie they didn't try.
Andrew's,
That was the difference.
Is Andrew frozen to you?
Yeah, he's frozen. But I can hear him.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I
hear
can
him
hear him.
frozen.
I just his
Oh.
video's frozen.
Yeah, he is frozen though.
All right. But yeah, no, I agree. Oh,
Yeah, but for that rating, like
there he is.
that's the best you're gonna do.
Yeah, no. So I guess I
I'm
agree
gonna-
with these ratings
I'm gonna rewatch Thor: Love and Thunder.
and see if
I
you.
want to make sure. Yeah, I want to make
That's
sure.
not even one
I'm
worth watching,
positive.
man. I'm telling you,
That is
it's
worth.
engraved in my brain.
That's not worth. But like, hey, it's Disney Plus, so I guess if you really want to watch it, go for it, man. But I don't. Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't know if I would rewatch it. That's I've debated. I've seen it on Disney Plus, and I'm like, dude, do I want to rewatch it?
And I
was
just
like,
remembered, I forgot Valkyrie made a cameo in the
she
Marvels
did.
too,
She did.
and I
Just
just
like 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes.
yeah,
Like
I was like, well,
Yeah.
her whole thing. I was like, was her established kingdom on Earth?
Yeah.
yeah, and now she have a whole civilization with them.
Yeah, but like if she's gonna bring them to Earth, weren't they already on Earth or like outside of Earth? Like in like
Yeah,
it
no,
just
they're
felt
there.
like all that extra stuff. Yeah,
Again,
whatever.
things that just doesn't add up and make sense in the Marvels. I
Yep.
swear.
It's-
The
it's-
last two movies of the bigger Marvel phase. That was the last movie of the Marvel phase, right? The phase, what is it? Phase 4 or something?
Phase 4. Yep, phase 4.
Yeah, but it's the end of like basically the original Avengers, I guess. And then this is the end of the DCEU. Such a low note. They left us with a bad taste in our mouths. Horrible.
Yeah.
That's a horrible way to go.
No, it's really bad, man. It is really bad, but it's over now. You know, now we can only
It
look
is.
forward to a DCU, and I'm very curious as to how this DCU is going to be made. But hopefully, you know, Superman's going to be coming out. I think 2024. No, 2025. It's coming
2025, yeah.
But
In July or something like that.
yeah, so we'll see. We'll probably be hearing more news from time to time about the new DCU. I don't honestly think that we're going to be getting a lot of DC news, unless it's like maybe like the Batman has something coming out, or like maybe we get
hope
like
so.
another actor or actress that's like announced in like a Superman movie or like any of the new DCU movies. But I think that as of right now, we're probably just going to be getting a lot of Marvel news and a lot of like regular or like just normal news. Like I think Avatar: The Last Airbender is coming out next month too. So there's like a lot of stuff that's coming out soon, but it's all like Marvel. So we're not getting any DC for like a while. So we might just not have a lot of DC news here. We'll have to wait and see. So stick around for, you know, future episodes because we're gonna see how this pans out. But 75, we should definitely bring back the Comic Nerds game show. I think that would be really fun to do something for
Yeah.
our 75th.
We'll
So we'll
think of
talk
something.
offline. We'll talk offline. So stay
Yeah.
tuned for that, guys. But I think that's it. This was the last piece of news. It's unfortunate to have to end this on like a bad note with all of that. But yeah, so I mean that's all we can do. You know, this is it. Official rating of the Marvels was a 4.7. Official rating of the Aquaman 2 was a 5.3. Two of our worst rated movies officially of Comic Nerds in general. So that sucks, but what are you going to do? Madam Web
But now
comes out next month.
Shane is like right though. Like now you
Yeah.
can't say that we're biased. So
That's true. We can't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Madam Web comes out next month.
February 14th.
Yeah. So for next week too, before the game show, or even the week after, I think our homework could be for those who didn't watch Echo, which is I think just me. I'll
Yeah.
watch Echo. For those who didn't see the first part of the Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earth, give that a watch.
I'll probably watch it tonight,
I'll watch
honestly.
that tonight.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I'm curious as to like what you guys would think. Actually, let me know.
Mhm.
Let's see. Invincible is probably going to be over by then too. We should definitely watch Invincible.
Yeah, well, they haven't. They did a mid-season pause.
Oh, that's right.
And they haven't.
They haven't
Yeah.
picked it up yet. I would be
Yeah.
down to watch Invincible, and also oh crap, what was it? Percy Jackson. They have 2 more weeks,
Oh, yeah.
so honestly, like we'll probably do a Percy
They
Jackson
hold
when
off on
everyone
that.
watches it. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's not a rush, but yeah, we'll have a couple of things to watch. What was the other thing? Not What If. You don't need to watch. Oh yeah, What If. Like it was okay. I don't think we need
Yeah.
to rate it.
But I still recommend you to watch the first season.
First season for sure. Second season, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
You
that's
could just-
it. Because Marvel isn't coming out with anything anytime soon, too. Then we might have some slow stuff. I don't know, but we'll have to see. But that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you guys for putting your input too. Yeah, stay tuned for the next episode, probably next week or the week after. But yeah, thank you guys again. It was awesome to talk to you guys, and have a great rest of your night. Take care.